Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. I am live, driving around a little bit. We're in Davenport, Florida right now. Oh, there's some construction going on here. That's what's slowing down the traffic. There's a lot of new construction in the area. Florida is booming like crazy. And it looks like a storm's coming in, so I don't know how long I'll be able to go live. As long as we've got a decent picture, we can go live and I can show you a bit of what's going on around I'm in the Davenport area of Florida, which is just, I guess you would say, west of Disney, southwest of Disney. I'm not good with directions. If anybody else knows better than me, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Hey Gail, how you doing? Hey Gail, you used to live out here. But yeah, so there's quite a bit of construction. This is Highway 27 and Sand Mine Road. When we moved in here, there was nothing here but a CVS and a Publix. Now, all up and down this road, we've got new schools, new developments with housing and villas. Vacation villas, things like that. This is a new complex here to my right. There's a Starbucks, a Giovanni's Pizza. The 7-Eleven there is new. All of that is new now. All of this construction coming up on the right is new. Everything out here is new since when we moved in. Okay, talk to you later, Gail. So yeah, there's a lot going on out here in the Davenport area. I'm not sure if it's a tornado. I think it's more of like maybe a tropical depression. But to be honest with you, I really haven't watched the weather too much to know exactly what's going on. There could be something developing out in the Gulf, I believe. But this rain is... I mean, really in the summertime in Florida, it rains every day anyway. But I think this is coming in and we're going to probably have it for most of the day. So if it starts getting too heavy or, you know, whatever, then I'll probably go back towards where I live. But right now, I just thought I'd take a drive out, see what's going on. Kind of let you guys see a little bit of around the Disney area. Again, we're on Highway 27, just coming into the Claremont area. This is sort of the north end of Davenport, and just on the other side of 192, I believe that's like Kissimmee and then Claremont. And then the Kissimmee area is sort of where Disney is located. I kind of wanted to get over, but there's a lot of traffic. Let's see. Thought I'd head out towards Disney. kind of see what the traffic is around Disney today. The thing is, when the bad weather comes in, a lot of people leave the parks, and the traffic can get a bit heavier. So, yeah. So this is 27 heading north, and we're going to exit here on Highway 192. 192 East will take you over to the coast if you took it all the way down. But I'm, of course, not going to the coast today. We're just going to head sort of over to the Disney area, see what's going on over that way. And then again, if the traffic does get bad, we'll just turn off the live. Or if the weather or the traffic. So you guys, thanks for coming in and saying hi. And let us know where you're from, where you're watching from. This is 192. This is considered, I believe this is probably considered the Kissimmee area now. Now that we've turned off on 192, it's considered more of the Kissimmee area. The good thing about this kind of weather, though, this time of year, it's very, very muggy and humid today, but it does bring the temperatures down a little bit. So, it's not the worst. And of course, we always need the rain. They are expecting some flooding in some areas, though. So we don't want that. But yeah, the rain is good. We need the rain as long as we don't get the flooding with it. And I heard over in Polk County yesterday with the rain that we had yesterday, because again, we do get heavy showers almost every day because of the heat. I believe that creates a lot of things in the atmosphere, and it causes the rain and the thunderstorms. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just, I've lived in Florida a long time, so. And so we did have a lot of rain yesterday and some hail in some areas, and I believe parts of Polk County, I believe this is Osceola County here, but parts of Polk County around Plant City, Lakeland maybe, had some flooding yesterday because of, they had anywhere between 6 and 12 inches in a very short period of time, and that can cause the flooding. So again, now I'm heading down the 192 towards the Disney area. Or Highway 192, as most people say. Traffic's not too bad. It's about 12:45 p.m. On a Tuesday. July 15th. Amazing, I even know what day it is. So yeah, we are going to get some rain now, looks like. Maybe towards this way the rain isn't quite as much because it doesn't look as dark over this way. Hi everybody that's saying hi. I am driving, so I'm not really able to read the comments too much. It looks like there was an accident here, like it just happened. he rear-ended that car and just messed up the front of his car really bad. There's a lot of bad drivers in this area. If you guys are coming to Disney on vacation and you're going to rent a car, be careful. I highly recommend getting full coverage insurance if you're renting a car. I'm just saying, there's a lot of bad drivers. People, I don't understand why people go on vacation and they get in a hurry and they don't know what direction they're going in. They don't know where they are. You know, if you're using your GPS and you don't know where you are, you should really slow down a little bit. Just my opinion. But if you guys want to say where you're from when you're on, if you're on, that'd be great to see where everyone's from. I can read the comments later, and I can try to keep up if I get a red light here in a minute. Looks like we're getting lucky so far, though. So again, we're just out. Oh, here we go. We got a red light. So here we are. This is, oh, you see there's a lot of traffic here. There's a lady crossing the street there. This is 192 and Town Center at Orange Lake. And then over to the right over there, there's like a Target, Ross. There's an Olive Garden. Yeah. Stuff like that. Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse. Bahama Breeze is there. There's a Raising Cane's. And in this complex here, there's a really good restaurant called the Construction Zone. And they took an old Sweet Tomatoes restaurant, which I'm really sad because that was like one of my favorite places in Florida. But they closed all the Sweet Tomatoes. And they took that space and they made a restaurant called the Construction Zone. And inside is all themed around construction. And you go in, they give you a hard hat, and you can clock in for your shift. And everything inside is themed around construction. There's like a digger and a bulldozer kind of stuff inside that you can sit in. It's really cute, but more importantly, the food is really good. So I highly recommend Construction Zone. If you're coming here, you're going to be in this area on 192 Kissimmee. I can recommend that restaurant because I have to tell you, the food is, a lot of it, okay, I don't know every meal, I've only eaten there once, but a lot of the food is homemade from scratch, and they have the best chicken soup I think I've ever had in my entire life. I highly recommend the chicken soup. And then over here to the right, this is the Margaritaville Resort, and also Sunset Walk. Sunset Walk is a place you can go here in Kissimmee, and it is shops and restaurants, and there's some entertainment, and there's a movie theater, water park here called, I think it's Island H2O it's called. And there's a lot of the restaurants in there have live music, like the Wharf, they have live music. I think almost every day they have live music. So it's a nice place to go and walk around if you're over in this area. You just want some place to go and hang out, go have a meal. It's good for families, or if you want to go to the bars in the evening, it's great. So I highly recommend that area as well. I'd say the Wharf has pretty good food. I would say my favorite restaurant out there, let me think. I haven't eaten at a lot of them, but I really like, there's a pub called Yeoman's Pub. They've had pretty good food if you're British and you're looking for your home foods while you're here. You know, they have the bangers and mash and all those good things. I can recommend that place, and it's nice inside, and there's games and things to play, so it's a nice place to go as well on Sunset Walk. So yeah, I would say go hang out there, and there's quite a few places I haven't eaten at yet, so we have to go try some more places. So as I'm driving through, I can kind of recommend a few things to you guys. If you're coming here to Disney on vacation, this area has really changed a lot. I was a little slummy at one time, I think, but they've made it a lot nicer. And this is Sherberth Road and 192. I'm going to go left here so I can go down to the Disney area. I'm just going to turn left here. There's a lot of Disney gift shops around here, restaurants, and little shops that you might need. There's a CVS over there to the left, and just up there to the right is the big Walmart that I would say is probably the closest one to the Disney area. There's some hotels out this way. This is a new one right in front of me. It's called, I don't even know how to say it, ETTE Hotel. Seems like a nice place, but I've never been in that one. So this is Sherberth Road. There's some Disney offices and things down here, and this will take you from Kissimmee right down directly to Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge. So this is the road that takes you onto Disney property, or you can continue down 192 and take World Drive, and that's a bigger road, and that will take you onto Disney property as well. This is sort of a back way, and because I'm not in a rush, we don't have to worry too much about traffic. But there's some Disney offices here over to the right. We passed the main gate complex just a second ago on the right. There's a YMCA daycare for Disney workers, and then there's some offices here. They do like costuming and auditions for entertainment and things like that out here. I'm not sure what all else they do. Something with Disney Sports, maybe that's some of their offices, because we are close to ESPN Wild World of Sports right here, so maybe that's what's there. Yeah. So this is kind of a back road here that takes you onto Disney. If you're here watching, please do leave a comment. Please feel free to leave a comment and say hi and let us know where you're from, where you're watching from. It's always cool to see. So we're coming up onto Osceola Parkway here. Osceola Parkway starts here, and it takes you from Animal Kingdom Lodge, all the way through Disney property. And you're going to see in just a moment. So if you go left here, you go into the lodge. If you go right, you go over to Animal Kingdom. And if you go straight ahead, you can't get in there because that's where cast members and the buses go in. So you have to go left or right here. So we're turning right onto Osceola Parkway, and to our left is Animal Kingdom Theme Park. And you can see we're having some icky weather today, but you know, what are you going to do? It's Florida. It's a tropical state, and we get, and in the summer when it's so hot and humid, we get a lot of rain pretty much every day. So if you come on vacation, you just have to kind of plan for it. You know, the parks don't close. Just get you a little rain poncho. So if you turn left here, you can get into the gate of Animal Kingdom, and we're just going to go straight down this way. I'm going to exit here, onto Buena Vista Drive. Buena Vista Drive will take you down to Disney Springs, that area. It also takes you to the All-Star Resort, so All-Star Sports, Music, Movies. And there's also a McDonald's here. If anybody ever is looking for a McDonald's on property, this is the one and only that's on Disney property. Look, we're behind like a Disney bus going to All-Star Movies, and it's got the 101 Dalmatians on it. So cute. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. Look, y'all. This is so cute. And then straight ahead is the McDonald's. But we're not going into McDonald's. We are going to go left here on Buena Vista Drive. So again, if you go right, that takes you directly into the All-Star Resorts. So you can't go right unless you are going into All-Star. Securities, yeah. I mean, they might let you in, they might not. So unless you have business there, you really shouldn't be trying to go into the resorts. But hey. But we're going to go left here, and I'm going to show you what's all down Buena Vista Drive. And again, we're on Walt Disney World property here in Lake Buena Vista, which is the Orlando resort for Walt Disney World. It's a huge place. You know, they've got the 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, Disney Springs, ESPN Wide World of Sports. So many resorts, nice places to stay, so many restaurants to try. It's a nice place to come on vacation. Okay, so we've got the green, and we're going to head over down Buena Vista Drive, and you see the McDonald's there. Okay, so if you go straight ahead, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and again, back to the left would be Animal Kingdom. So that's kind of where we are. I appreciate you guys joining. And again, if you want to leave a comment, let us know where you're from. Just say hi. I'm Busy Girl Lizzy. Please subscribe. I live in the Central Florida area. I do a lot of restaurant reviews, things like that in Florida. We go to Disney a lot. And sometimes I make fun Grogu videos if anybody's a Grogu fan. And we're just having some some sort of icky weather today. It's not the beautiful sunny skies that we normally have here in Orlando, but that's the way it is in the summertime. You never know. Over here, we're heading down Buena Vista Drive. Over to the right is the Winter Summerland miniature golf course. And then that is right next to Blizzard Beach, and that's the parking for Blizzard Beach. And you'll see the sign coming up here, Blizzard Beach Water Park. And it's open today from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that's one of their water parks here on Disney property. There are 2 water parks. The other one is Typhoon Lagoon. They don't always have both open at the same time, but they are this summer they're both open. I believe if you're staying at a deluxe resort, you get free entrance on the day of your check-in or something they're doing. If anybody knows, let me know. But something like that. So I kind of think that might be why this year they are having both open at the same time. And maybe it encourages people to book the deluxe resorts, or maybe it just gives them an extra benefit to staying at the deluxe resorts. Like, you need more benefits because they're already nice as it is, but yeah. So now we're at the corner of uh, Buena Vista Drive and Western Way. Western Way will take you back over to Claremont, Davenport area and Kissimmee. And I go that way quite a bit. Over to the left here is the Coronado Springs Resort. You can kind of see it over there. So we're next to Coronado Springs now. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. We do go live occasionally from the Disney area, like Buena Vista area, Orlando, things like that. Right coming up on the left is the Walt Disney World Swan Reserve Hotel. And then around that corner there's the Swan and Dolphin and the Yacht and Beach Resort. So those are over to the left here. And then coming up on the right-hand side is Disney's Hollywood Studios. So that's one of the resorts. I mean, the theme parks. Disney Hollywood Studios is to the right. Swan, Dolphin, Swan Reserve, Yacht and Beach Club. And also there's another miniature golf there as well. Fantasia Golf. Also coming up on the left is the Boardwalk Resort. So that's another resort to the left. And we're just headed down Buena Vista Drive on the Walt Disney World Resort property. There's a couple of Disney buses headed into Hollywood Studios. And over to the left, there's one of the gas stations. It's the Speedway. I think it's Speedway, isn't it? Speedway gas station. The prices on property for gas, let me see what the price is. So today, unleaded is $2.91 a gallon. That is okay for the Disney area. I've been paying in around $2.75 to $2.80 for gas out towards my house. So it's a little bit more expensive, I think, on Disney property, but then you've got the convenience of being right on property, so you don't have to leave property to get gas. So there you go. We are coming up now to, you can see the Skyliner there. The Disney Skyliner goes between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. It stops at a couple of the resorts, the Riviera, Caribbean Beach. It's a really fun way to get around and not take a bus or monorail, things like that. And you can actually park at, say, Hollywood Studios and take the Skyliner around. You don't have to have theme park tickets, but you do have to pay to park at Hollywood Studios. So if you have like an annual pass or something like that, you can ride the Skyliner. We do it a lot. It's a free thing and it's fun. To the right is the Disney's Riviera Resort. And then if you had turned at that last light to the right, down that road is Art of Animation and Pop Century Resort, as well as ESPN Wide World of Sports. So Buena Vista Drive is going to take us down to Disney Springs, and then off property from there. To the left here is like the backside of Epcot, and then to the right are some more resorts. So to the right here on Backstage Lane and Colonia Parkway, you've got the Bonnet Creek Resorts, Club Wyndham, things like that down that road. JW Marriott. And then we're just going to continue straight so we can head over to Disney Springs area. So we're going to head over. We're still heading on Buena Vista Drive. If you go right here, you can go to I-4. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we are. I wish we had more blue skies for the video, but you know, what are you going to do? If you go left here, this is Bonnet Creek Parkway, and down Bonnet Creek Parkway is Old Key West Resort, Port Orleans Riverside, and French Quarter Resorts. Okay. And now we are coming up to Disney Springs. So on the left, you're going to see Cirque du Soleil, which is the Cirque du Soleil show that they have all the time here at Disney. And then Disney Springs is just shops and restaurants of all types. So it is also a great place to hang out. There's lots of parking. They've got 3 parking garages. Then over to the right is Typhoon Lagoon. So that's the other water park here at Disney, Typhoon Lagoon. Okay. There's going to be some traffic because a lot of people are going to leave the parks when it's raining, and Disney Springs is a good place to go when it's raining because you can kind of pop in and out of the stores or go sit and have a nice lunch or dinner. So it's a nice area to hang out as well. To the right here is Team Disney. Team Disney is the offices of a lot of the Disney executives. I'm not really sure what departments are in there anymore, but it's a big office building. And then also to the right is cast member parking for Disney Springs, and I think their costuming is there too. And costuming is where they get their uniforms, basically. At Disney, they consider it as if it's a show, and so they use all the words for the cast members. Cast members are the employees at Disney. Their uniform is called their costume. They call, when you're at work, you're on stage, and when you're behind the scenes, you're backstage. So it's like a big show. And you're, you know, a part of the show. So that's why they call it cast members. So to the right is one of the parking garages, and we're not going to go into a parking garage. We're going to head straight over. Also to the right here at this light is casting. Casting is the offices for the hiring of Disney employees. A lot of things are done online now. I'm assuming they do some things from casting office. If anybody knows, feel free to leave a comment. But that is where, back in the day, before there was the internet and all of the online onboarding for Disney, You would go there to fill out a job application, and you would get interviewed, and everything was done right in that building. They even did their drug testing, um, everything. It was amazing. So it's a beautiful building inside. It's really cute. But I'm not sure how much you really go to casting for now, because so much is done online. I'm sure they still do some interviewing and things like that. And then if you keep heading down, it's Hotel Plaza Boulevard. Plaza Boulevard, it houses a lot of the hotels that are sort of still participants of Disney, but they aren't Disney-owned hotels, like the Jewelry Plaza, things like that. There's a Hilton there. I'm going to go left here because I don't want to leave Disney property. And we're going to kind of go behind, a little bit off the grid here, and go around Disney property backstage areas. They've made it really nice out here, though. You see the walkways and all. It's really nice because as a pedestrian, you're not out on the roads. You're crossing the roads on the bridges now. And it makes it really, really nice. It also has helped the traffic tremendously as well. So between the walkway bridges and also the parking garages, they've made it really nice out here at Disney Springs. And Disney Springs is a great place to go. And I will tell you, my favorite restaurant at Disney Springs is the barbecue restaurant, which is the Polite Pig. It is the most delicious barbecue. It is excellent. And that's sort of like a quick service. You sort of order at the counter and then they bring it out to your table. So it's quick, it's easy, you know, it's a nice place to go. If you're looking for a really good sit down restaurant, one of my favorites is Art Smith's Homecoming. It's a lot of like home style American food. You can get fried chicken, you can get shrimp and grits, all types of home style type food. Very nice. So we're kind of leaving the Disney Springs area. Over to the right is the Hilton, Buena Vista Palace. And to our left, we're coming up on Saratoga Springs. Saratoga Springs is one of the resorts. It's a DVC resort, although you can stay there even if you're not DVC. But DVC is the Disney Vacation Club. Looks like there's an emergency. The fire trucks are leaving. And that's the Disney. Isn't that the cutest fire station? It's so cute. But Saratoga Springs is a huge resort, and it's nice because it's next to Disney Springs. So you can basically walk or take a boat from the resort directly over to Disney Springs and have dinner. I mean, it's a nice location right here. It's very spread out, but it's a nice, it's a very nice resort. We like Saratoga a lot. Sorry, my phone's kind of playing around a little bit. I need to fix it. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to pay attention to the road. Okay. So this is kind of taking us a little bit backstage. And then we're going to come up on some other areas. We're sort of doing a big circular loop of Walt Disney World property. We're basically on the complete opposite side of Disney property of where we started, which was Animal Kingdom. Sorry for the rain, guys. I can't really control that part. So I'm going to turn here because I don't want to go completely off property. This is sort of backstage area where a lot of the Disney warehouses are. So they have like their retail area where they have their retail warehouses, things like that. The construction offices are back this way. I think their textile services is back here as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to see if I can go straight across here instead of turning. So over here is, this building is called Disney Events Group. They call it DEG, Disney Events Group. This office it has a lot of, it's office space. It's the creative studio also where they have some photography. There's a costuming in there, cosmetology. There's audition rooms. They do a lot with like the marching bands practice in there. Over to the right is the Erebus Brothers warehouse where they have, that's all like the glass stuff they have on property where they do the engraving. There's also the Florida Fresh Floral, who provide the flowers and things like that for events like weddings. And the Magical Floral and Gifts office is there as well, where they make the deliveries to the resorts with gifts. So basically, you can go onto their website, magicalfloralandgifts.com, and you can order flowers, gifts, gift baskets, I think, balloons, things like that, and they will deliver to the Disney resorts for you. So it's kind of a nice benefit. Now we're headed back down towards Magic Kingdom. So we went kind of around the back of Disney Springs. To the left is the Port Orleans Riverside Resort. And to the right here is Golden Oak. Golden Oak is where they have Disney mansions, where you can buy a home and live right on Disney property. There is on up here to the right, you're going to see Four Seasons Resort entrance. I don't believe you can really see the Four Seasons itself because it's kind of set back on the property. But this is the entrance to the Four Seasons Resort. A lot of celebrities stay there when they're doing things on property, as well as just when they're here on vacation. And then a little bit farther up here, just to the right, is Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort, which is the campgrounds, campsites, and cabins. So you can rent a cabin and stay there, or you can bring like your RV or your camper vans. I think people might even stay in tents there. I'm not really sure if they do the tents anymore, but yeah, and that's a really nice campground there. And now we're coming up onto where you're going to see the Magic Kingdom area. So as we go down this road and around through the woods a little bit, You often see in the mornings and in the evenings through here, you see deer. A lot of deer. Just trying to be careful there because I'm not sure where that guy was going. And there's a lot of wildlife out here. It's nice. It's really lovely. So you don't really feel like you're at Disney when you're back here. It's a nice change. We're going to head off to the right here so you can kind of see a little bit of where you'll see Magic Kingdom and the contemporary resorts, things like that. Head around the back of Magic Kingdom. I think we're going to go that way. Over to the right, you see the monorail tracks. The monorail heads between Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And then it does go, there's a separate monorail that goes around from the entrance to Magic Kingdom to the resorts and the parking for Magic Kingdom. So the Magic Kingdom resorts are like the Contemporary, the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian. If you go left here at this light, you would go to the Polynesian, and I think there might be a drop-off area there for Magic Kingdom. To the right at this light, Timberline Drive, that is Wilderness Lodge, which is another lovely Disney resort as well. That one is not on the monorail system, but they do have a boat that goes from the Wilderness Lodge to Magic Kingdom. And we're behind a minivan. There's one turning there too. The minivans are transportation around Disney that you can use. You can book a minivan and it will drop you off at the front of the parks back to your resorts as well. It's a nice way to get around. And we're going to pass under the monorail tracks. And as we go under the tracks, you're going to see the Contemporary Resort coming up here. And the Contemporary Resort, that is one where the monorail actually goes directly through it. And you can stay there. It's really cool. They have a lovely restaurant at the top, California Grill, where you can have dinner, and you've got beautiful views of Magic Kingdom and Disney property. So that's a nice place to go to eat. The food is excellent. We're passing under actually a waterway that goes between the Contemporary and the campground and Wilderness Lodge over to the front of Magic Kingdom. And here you can actually sort of see the top of the castle over to the left. You're going to see to the front, right ahead of us, is Space Mountain, which is the roller coaster ride in the dark. Just going slow here. There's a lot of pedestrians. So this is Tomorrowland of Magic Kingdom. We're just right behind it. And then over next to Space Mountain is Tron. And that is the roller coaster ride for the themed around the movie Tron. And that's a good ride as well. And then over to the right, this is some of the cast member parking here. for Magic Kingdom area. And then these tracks do go back to the warehouses here where they house the monorail, and they do repair work, things like that on the monorail. So we are right behind Magic Kingdom right now. This is also the train tracks. These train tracks take the train over to Main Street. So that's where they keep the trains in the evening as well. So if you turned left right here, you would actually go into the back of Magic Kingdom. Of course, we can't do that. We don't have clearance to do that. But that is where the cast members enter the park for work. Back here is where they actually do the fireworks for Magic Kingdom. So they actually launch from this back area here. So we are right behind Magic Kingdom and Cinderella's castle and everything. Crazy, right? So we're still on Disney property. They're doing a lot of construction work back here. I'm assuming they're fixing the roads. Or they're doing something with drainage, maybe. I don't know. But this is going to be the back of some of the new construction that they're doing for the park. So, I don't know exactly what it is they're doing, but it's kind of fun to ride around back here. Because, like right now, we're sort of behind Frontierland of Magic Kingdom. Cool, right? I'm going to head left here. If I go left, it's going to take me... There's another one of the Disney fire stations there. If I head left here, it's going to take me over back to the... We're just circling behind Magic Kingdom. And I think that road's going to actually go through eventually, and you're not going to have this road anymore, because I'm assuming this is where some of the construction is going to be for some of the changes that they're doing to Magic Kingdom, which is Cars Land, I think. I can't remember everything that they were building for Magic Kingdom, but yeah, they're in the next couple of years there's going to be a lot of changes to Magic Kingdom. So now we're coming up to our left is the Grand Floridian Resort. Very, very nice resort. One of their deluxe resorts that's Victorian themed. It's very nice. And this construction around here is just a huge mess. It'll be nice when this is all completed. To the right is where the cast members park, so they'll be crossing over here. They'll be crossing the street here. The Grand Floridian has a big convention area as well. And there's they do a lot of wedding receptions in there too. Because right next to the Grand Floridian is the Wedding Pavilion, which is the wedding chapel where they have a lot of the Disney weddings. But you can get married all over property. You can get married at any of the resorts. In the parks, people get married. A lot. Usually if it's in the parks, the wedding is at night after the park closes. Or they'll close off a portion of it. You can get married on the beach. You can get married all across Disney property. But the Wedding Pavilion is probably one of the most popular, I would say. And that's coming up on the left. And then after the wedding pavilion is the Polynesian resort. And they built a new wing to the Polynesian, so it's lovely. So yeah, this area is not beautiful because of all the construction, but you know, it will be nice once they complete everything. So now we're going to head back out World Drive. To the left, this is all Magic Kingdom parking. You can kind of see over there. It's kind of empty today. It's not busy. If you veer off to the right here, there's a gas station. Center, the gas station. But we are heading back up World Drive. And then we're going to head out Western Way and then off Disney property. So you can see today's a rainy day in Orlando, not sunny skies like we normally have. So this is heading up World Drive away from Magic Kingdom. And ahead you can see the Swan and Dolphin Resort. So we're back over towards that area now. I'm just letting all these cars weave in and out, and I'm just taking my time. I'm a slower driver. Once we get out towards Flamingo Crossing, Western Way, we'll probably end the live. We'll end the live there. We'll be off Disney property, and I might run in the shops a little bit. So we're going to turn here, going back, one of us to drive towards Coronado Springs and Blizzard Beach. Be careful speeding on Disney property, guys. Look, somebody just got pulled over. There's a lot of cops out here. You're not going to get away with it. You might as well just slow down. You know? So when you get here to Buena Vista Drive, you can only go right. This is going to head back down to Animal Kingdom and Coronado Springs, Blizzard Beach, that area. Oh, we hit that light just right. We got a green light. So if you guys stop in, please say hi and subscribe to my channel. To the right here is Coronado Springs Resort. It's lovely. You see all the Disney buses. That bus is heading to Epcot. So we're going to take Buena Vista Drive down to Western Way, and we're going to head out towards Flamingo Crossing. So if you're staying out in this area, there will be a lot of shopping close to you, and that is Flamingo Crossing, where you'll have a Target, some restaurants, little shops, Five Below. There's a nice Five Guys restaurant if you like burgers. I can highly recommend Five Guys. Really nice burgers. It's a small Target out here. It's not a big one. It's got, you know, your main necessities that you might need. So that's all you need. It's kind of nice because it doesn't get quite as busy because it's not the big Target. But they have clothing, they have makeup and toiletries, some household items, a little bit of clothing, food, and a good food selection. So if you just needed like drinks or some snacks while you're staying at Disney, you can just run over here. It's a quick little drive. And again, this is called Western Way. Nice this time of day, there's not a lot of traffic. Sometimes at 5 o'clock this road can be backed up for miles when people are getting off work during rush hour. So you might want to avoid being on the roads around Disney at rush hour, because believe me, it can be crazy. To the left here at this slide is the backstage area of Animal Kingdom, and then to the right is sort of a back service road for Disney, and it's also their cast, I forgot what it's called, cast services building, I think it's called, and they have like things for sale that cast members can shop there. I haven't been there yet. I need to go check things out. So I'm just going to show you a bit of Flamingo Crossing, and then we're going to end the live about there, because I have been on over an hour now. But I do hope you guys subscribed and enjoyed the live driving around Disney area today. please come back and check out some other videos. We make videos of all across Disney property and also the Orlando area, restaurant reviews, things like that, things to do in the Central Florida area as well. And the sign says, see you real soon. So coming up here is the Highway 429. The 429 will take you back to I-4. It also takes you down through Winter Garden, Ocoee area, and on out, I don't know, all the way to like a Apopka, I guess? That area of town. It's a big road, and that is a toll road, so you do pay tolls on that road. So be careful if you don't want to pay tolls. So because this light can take a while and it's red, so I'm going to go ahead and turn right here. But this is Flamingo Crossing. So this is right outside of Animal Kingdom, basically. And there's a lot of hotels out here too. This is a great place to stay. If you don't want to stay right on property and you don't want to pay the Disney prices, Town Place Suites, Spring Hill Suites, Homewood Suites, quite a few resorts. And then there is a Five Below, Starbucks, Target, Five Guys, Hash House A Go-Go, which is a nice place to go for breakfast. Home 2 Suites, Fairfield, and I think that's a Hilton over there. So quite a few resorts out this way, and they're very nice. And this is very close to Disney. And then there's an Ellie Lou's barbecue here, which is really good barbecue. There's a Japanese barbecue there on the corner. You've got a nail salon. There's a walk-in primary care clinic here, which is nice if you needed a clinic. White Rabbit Dessert Experience. Lime Fresh Mexican Grill. Simply Capri Italian. There's a Wendy's, a Walgreens, Firehouse Subs, Skyline Chili. This is a Pita Mediterranean street food. And then there's a sneaker shop right there, Fit to Run. There's a Wendy's over there. If I didn't say Wendy's, there's also a gas station out here, 7-Eleven. PDQ, which is a chicken restaurant. Starbucks. There's a pizza place out here called Pyology. They're still building out here, and not everything is open. Not everything is full yet. But this is a great place to come while you're on Disney property if you'd like to have a bite to eat, do a little shopping. Highly recommend this area as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over here so I can end the live with you guys. There's also a UPS store, so if you needed UPS for anything and you're staying on property, this will probably be your closest UPS, I would think. All right, that's it, guys. I really appreciate everyone who stopped in and said hi, everyone who drove around with me. Really appreciate the views, appreciate the support for my channel, and I hope you guys come back and watch some more videos, and I'll see you guys real soon. I just want to thank, before I end this, I do have 4 top fans that were viewing today, and that would be Gail, Eric, Dis, Jew, and J.R. Vaden. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day.